Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. It's your boy Blue. Live. Blue Arrow Radio. FM 116 FM. Just kidding, that's not really a thing yet. Welcome to the stream, guys. It's great to see you. It's good to see you. It's a nice, dark, and gloomy, rainy day. So I'm looking forward to chilling with you guys in today's flight in the Zibo Mod 737 version 3.33, something like that. So it took me a while to get everything updated. You guys know how it is whenever you, I'm pretty sure it's the same with X-Plane and P3D. It's like, hey, I want to go hop on a flight, do some flying, and then you got to update everything because everything is updated in the last 2 days since you've flown it. So I had to update a Zibo and some other things. I got my charts working in my iPad over here using Navigraph, so we'll be using that for today's flight. But for today, we're going to be flying from San Francisco to Boise, Idaho. What's happening, people? Black screen, you like that? Like how that looks right there. Hold on, let's do that. Let's try that again. Boom. There we go. Overlay. Yeah, so you should be able to see on the top of the screen the flight plan. Departure San Francisco, arrival Boise, Idaho, flying at 737-800, and our unofficial registration number is blue, whatever the heck that says. Today we'll be cruising at flight level 350. We'll go ahead and get the aircraft set up. I have not done anything except the iPad, so we still got all the setup stuff to do. Good to see you, Emily Clark. Raven, good to see you as usual. Mr. Nathan, November 8-7 up. Good to see him in the Hathy 5. MSC Gaming Aviation Flyer. Starly, welcome to the stream. Aviation, Henry Scott, Dominic Lappin, what's up, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Raven, thank you for the subscription, bro. Thank you for the for subscribing, bro. Appreciate the support, the continued support, bro. You're amazing. Henry Scott, what's up? Dylan, good to see you as well. Chicken Coolness, super cool, super awesome. Good to see you as well, my friend. Grok John, welcome to the stream. Who else we got in here? Let me do some shout outs before we get out of here. The Library Gamer, good to see you. Rain P, that's pretty convenient. It has a rainy day today. Your name is Rain P. Who's first though? VIPs today, we got Dylan, Raven, Aviation Flyer, Starly, and I'm gonna give it to MSC Gaming. You guys are today's VIPs. You get to sit up front. You get some free cookies, free meals on this flight today. So make sure the flight attendants take care of you. We will be doing this flight on SimBuddy, so big shout out to SimBuddy.com for all the love and support on the channel. One of our partners and sponsors to the channel, so thank you for those guys. Today we will be flying using the SimBuddy client. So let's keep that music going because I'm really feeling it right now. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit so we can let it ride in the background, but we're gonna go ahead and get this aircraft set up. We have not flown the Zibo Mod 737 in a while. I've been flying a lot of Airbus lately for some reason. Let's go ahead and get this stuff set up. A lot of things have changed since I've last flown it, which is crazy because it really hasn't been that long ago. Ground services, I'm gonna go ahead and get the GPU connected, set the chocks, and we'll go back and we'll start the service cruise on ground. All that kind of stuff gets started like that. Now you'll hear some sounds. I'm probably going to turn the music off so we can hear the sounds that they spent so much time on in this plane. I love the rain windshield effects, which I think we already had most of these, but I guess it's a little bit different. Apparently that's one of the things that they updated, so we'll be checking that out. Alright, so up top we'll turn on the battery and the external power. And then we will turn on, this is not an Airbus, so there's a bit more buttons to click in the beginning. Turn the logo lights on since it's all dark and stuff outside. We'll turn on the anti-collision lights, which should be the wingtips. Yeah, it's pouring down outside right now. Actually, that is not, that's the beacon light. That's not what we want. We want, oh, it's these steady. The position is what I was looking for, position lights. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so guys, just so you know, as I'm getting the aircraft set up, I'm going to be kind of glancing back and forth at the chat, but I may miss a few questions here or there. So if I miss your question, you can re-ask that once we kind of get airborne. We got about an hour-long flight today. Seatbelt sounds going to come on. And kind of dark in here. Let's get some lights going in the cockpit here. Which is where? Here, panel. I hate it. I hate it that every time I stream a plane, it's like the first time I've flown it in a while. Like I've been flying the Airbus A320 by Flight Factor for like a lot lately, and then I finally decided to fly 737 is my first flight in a while on stream. So lucky me. All right, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and get the IRS aligned. It says my nav data is out of date, but it can't be true. Position in it. We're starting off at Kilo Sierra Foxtrot Oscar, and we'll go back up top. Switch it to nav. Oops. One thing I did forget is actually switch this as well to heading STS. Need to have that right there. Now the music is gone. You guys can hear the interior sounds of the Zibo mod. And this is nothing new to most of you guys. You've seen this plane like a million times. So there's like every streamer ever is like streaming it right now, or forever. Like it's like probably one of the most flown planes on X-Plane 11. All right, that's gonna go ahead and get the screens and all that aligned. We'll start off origin will be San Francisco, and we'll be flying to Boise, Kilo Bravo Oscar India. And then we'll go to performance in it. We have not really done that yet. Let me also get SimBuddy ready, because I didn't actually open that client yet. Let me get that open so I don't forget. Nice, nice. What joystick do I use? I use Thrustmaster. This is what it looks like. It's not a yoke, it's just a joystick. Works well, it does the job. Does the job. But I don't have any big complaints about it. Only thing I would wish is that it would be a little more, not sensitive is not the word I'm looking for, but a little more, okay. I have 28 minutes apparently to start this flight. A little more, not sensitive. I want to say sensitive, but not sensitive. I just want to have more area like in the center to play with, because I can't make super tiny movements. Mainly I use that for like when I'm flying on DCS World, I'm trying to fly in formation or do air-to-air refueling or something like that is when I really notice that. When I'm flying a 737, it really doesn't matter as much because I don't need to put as small of inputs. Obviously you do need to put small inputs in, but not as small as DCS. So we got 27 minutes to get off the ground or this pirate will not be valid. So we need 5,400 kilos of fuel. Let's see if this thing over here works. Payloads right now is 5.6. I think this should be plenty. Total fuel is 10. We'll leave it at that. That's fine. And actually, let's lower that. That's a little bit too much. We'll do 6.5. There we go. Alright, now we will go over here and hit ground. Cruise center of gravity. That should go ahead and pre-fill that. I always kind of guess like what the reserves are and all of that. So I'm going to pay like 2.0. That's like 2 tons, which is a lot. Cost index, I'm also guessing this number. Just letting you guys know. I'm not, it's not official. Cruise altitude is going to be 350 today. And then we go to N1 limit. Select that. That'll automatically put that in for us, which is amazing. Hit takeoff, and we'll be taking off flaps 5 today. And we'll turn our QRH on. Oh, on. And that's gonna set our V speeds, which are pretty low today. And that's our center of gravity. Actually, we gotta change it now. Yeah. No? Yeah. Verify takeoff speeds. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, so for departure, let's see, what are winds today? Winds in San Francisco. We have rain, like a medium rain. Visibility is about 6,000 meters. Winds are 100 with 19 knots. 100 at 19 knots. So we'll probably take runway 01, which is completely fine. We can take a look at our chart now, which is amazing. I love this thing. I didn't have this last time I flew Zibo. We will fly. Technically, the winds are out of this way, but usually San Francisco uses this runway and this runway. So we're going to use runway 01 left today for departure. So 01 left. We do not have a departure except for the San Francisco 4. So we'll do that. Hit route, activate, execute. And then we'll go to next page. And we'll continue our route from there. First waypoint is SFO, which should already be in there. Yeah. After that would be Orca, O, RRCA. And then FMG. So Foxtrot, Mike, Golf. And then the Prince something. My graphics card is a GTX 1080 Ti, and all that information is actually in the description. At the very bottom of my description is all my my computer specs. And then the Princess is our next waypoint. Papa Romeo. November Charlie Sierra. I keep looking over here because I have my laptop over here, and this is where I have my whole flight plan. That I made on SimBrief. I usually, well, sometimes I put it up here on top of my desk, but it's not like a lot of room. So I just kind of, this is like where I usually have. What's up, Jonas? Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. All right, we'll be flying a Sadly 3 arrival. So let's go ahead and make that happen. So departure, arrival. We already have our departure. Oh, that's good. And let's hope that we have that. Nice, Sadly 3. There it is. There she is. SimBrief says. Hold on. Alright, SimBrief says we should expect runway 10 left for arrival into Boise, Idaho. Let's make sure that's a legit runway. Sometimes it gives you runways that are too short. So let's make sure that's a good runway. So we'll go to search, hit Boise, which is Kilo Bravo Oscar India. Hugo, good to see you. How you doing, man? Today's flight's gonna be just about an hour long. It's a pretty short flight. A lot of times my X-plane flights, unless I have a lot of time throughout the day, are a bit shorter because I spend a lot of time here setting the plane up, as well as in the end we'll spend some time watching the replay and all that stuff. So doing longer flights are tough. I mean, the last time we did long flight when we were flying over in Europe, it went really long. All right, so it's 10 left. That's perfect because the terminal is right over here, so we'll take that. So Boise, we'll go back and we'll go to arrival. That'll have our Sadie. I don't know, Sadie. I'm gonna call it Sadie 3 arrival, RNF arrival. There's some terrain in the area, so this is why the chart is extremely useful in this case. This is perfect. So we'll have this. We got this ready to go. Let's go ahead and continue with plugging this in. Our transition will be the Princess waypoint. And we already chose ILS. Didn't we choose ILS? Yeah, I thought we did. Yeah, no. Execute. Doesn't look like it chose it. Did it choose it? Yeah, it didn't choose the approach. I thought we chose the approach. Apparently we didn't. So we'll choose. We want 10 left. Looks like there's an RNAV. The ILS is on 10 right. So I might switch to the right runway because it has an ILS, so we can shoot the approach. Let's do that. Let us do that. Let's go back to Boise, and we will get the approach chart for ILS localizer 10 right. So you can see right here there's an RNAV approach, RNAV GPS approach for runway 10 left, but there is no ILS for 10 left. So we'll get the ILS for 10 right and we'll switch it. What do I prefer? Airbus, Boeing, Bombardier, or Embraer? I prefer Boeing personally. Yeah, I'll try that, Hugo. I'll see how far out I can go on the PFD in a second. All right, this is our approach. Cool. All right, so we got that. So we go ahead and select the ILS 410 right. Those sounds are just music to my ears. They really are. Where is it, man? Is this it? Is that it? ILS 10 right Yankee? That's the only one I see. Okay, so we'll choose that one. And then we'll check one more thing. It's asking now, where do we want to intercept the approach at? From Sala? From Renal? Anymore? Probably do this one because we're flying in from the south, so it makes more sense to fly in from the south. Which is Sala? Renal? Renal. So we'll choose Renal. And yeah, execute. Cool, so that's good. So now we need to go to our legs page and make sure everything looks good. As you can see, we'll be taking off from a 01 left out of San Francisco. We'll fly the SFO4 departure up to 3,000 feet. We'll be vectored, there is no ATC, I don't think. Matter of fact, speaking of ATC, we need to connect to VATSIM. Our call sign will be United 116. There we go. Connect. Let's go ahead and move that up. I don't know why it always pops up the VATSIM stuff like midway through my screen. It's so ugly and in the way. I can't wait for Squawkbox to update that. I'm gonna try using world traffic. I probably should have did this before the stream because I'm not expecting to see a bunch of traffic out here today. Not at this time of day in San Francisco. Wow, it is nasty out here. I'm using Ultra Weather XP, by the way. That link is also in the description, as well as the Zibo link. I put the Zibo link in the description too. What's up, Captain? Good to see you. In F1 2018, yes, my character is named Blue Griffin. Whenever I get the chance, like whenever I'm playing as Blue, I always give the last name as a Griffin, but that's not my real name. But it's funny. What am I missing? What am I missing? Okay, so we're talking about this Orca, FMG. Looks like everything else is good. The VNAV looks like it's placing things okay. We're planning to cruise at 350. We may not be at that altitude for long. All right, everything looks good to me. We can check the PFD now, and we need some more lights in this area. There we go. I'm gonna switch this to plan, yeah, the map to plan, so I can now see the plan on our PFD here. And he said he couldn't zoom out to 640, so let's see. I would never zoom that far. All right, that's supposed to be 640. That's what my 640 looks like, for whoever was asking earlier. Yeah, that's 640. Like, I personally wouldn't zoom to 640 because I'm worried that my X-plane is going to crash from trying to load information from 640 miles. So I usually don't go any farther than 160, and I usually don't even need that. So now that we're in this, let's take a look at our flight plan and make sure everything looks good, because sometimes I input things wrong. So let's check it out. It's step. Let's actually go back to 10 miles. There's 420, step. There's Orca, FMG, Princess, and there's our arrival, which looks really weird. So this is exactly why I wanted to do this, because I had a feeling something like this would happen. So you see, it has us going to, looks like Murphy, and then from Murphy, it has us going to Reno, which is fine, but then it has us flying all the way up over here to Appeasy at 6,000 and then back out. And we don't want that. So the chart, let's see, where's the chart end? Chart ends. There's prison, that's where we. there's Murphy. Okay, I'm there. There's Murphy. And then from Murphy, if we want to land on that runway, let's see, it usually says on the bottom. So yeah, 10 left, 10 right from Pellet on track 038 to Sadie, then on track 038 to Murphy, from Murphy on track 003 to Swan, and then on track 003 to Appeasy. Expect RNAV approach or radar vectors to final approach course. So it'll be going from Murphy to Swan to Appeasy. So Murphy, Swan, Appeasy, which makes sense because then that's going to allow us to intercept the localizer for 10 right. What we got ain't that. What I'm looking at right here is definitely not that. Let me zoom in. So we have Murphy, and then Swan, Appeasy, and then Reynolds. That's the problem. So instead, we actually need to probably delete Reynolds and go straight to Jimmy. That's what I'm gonna do. Nice, we found the issue. I love it when we are able to actually fix the problem. So I'm gonna delete Reynolds waypoint completely. Gone. And we're gonna fly direct to Jimmy. Execute, and that should fix it. There it is. That's fixed. Nice. All right. What's up, Wildcat? Man, you're right on time, man. We're just getting done with the FMC setup. Can I spam the seatbelt sign so you can hear it? Let me hit it for you guys on time. You're funny. All right, let's get the APU going. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but while I think about that, let's get the APU going. I know I need to turn one of these fuel boost pumps on, so I'm gonna do that, and then making sure I'm not forgetting anything up here. I turn these on. Oh, these are off. I'll turn them back on. Standby. Power is on auto. Let's turn on the APU, which is right here. So I'm clicking down. I think I had to hold that, and we'll wait for. I'm pointing at it, like you guys can see what I'm pointing at. Wait for the EGT right here to rise. This is the APU's EGT, so you'll be hearing and seeing the EG2 spool up. We'll wait for that, and then eventually we should see APU gen, or this light right here, turn blue, and then we'll turn the APU gens on. There it is, so we can let go. You're welcome, Ian. Alright, one more thing we need to do while we're waiting on that. Need to file this with ACARS. I'm making numbers up right now. Press the APU lever to start. Hold it until you see the light with the low oil pressure illuminate, and then release. You don't have to hold it the whole time until it's rising. Okay, thank you very much for that clarification. All right, APU light is on now, so we can click that. You hear it switching over. I was kind of talking through it, I'm sorry. And then from there we can go to the air conditioning. Don't know that we need trim air, but I'm gonna turn it on anyways. That's already on auto. A lot of these things are already in place. That's kind of weird. I didn't do this before. Packs on. I love like the sound of people boarding in the back. It's so cool. Alright, APU should be up and running. Let's go down here and get our navigation stuff set. I don't need a floodlight. I will turn the panel lighting on. It's so freaking rainy. Is the door open? The door is not. I think the door is open. Let me shut the door. That's cool. You hear that? So like when I shut the door, you no longer hear them doing all that stuff anymore. You're not supposed to have the packs on while the APU bleed is on. These are things I did not know. I've always had the packs on while the APU bleed was on. So when do you turn the packs on? That's my new question. That is my new question. Alright, well, let's see what's next. We're ready to push back, I think. Not really. Are we? We're ready to push back. Pre-plan. Alright, that's perfect.
Grounded cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Will do. We can disconnect the GPU. Well, that's not disconnecting it. Disconnecting is actually going down here. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Going down here and hitting disconnect GPU. You turn the packs on when you start the engine and turn the APU bleed off. We will try it your way today, my friend. Packs off. We gotta start the engine anyways. Alright, next up we will, and I'm kind of going through this like I don't know what I'm doing because I haven't flown this in a little bit. I think we're ready. Yeah, flight plan is ready. All this stuff is sort of set except for our altitude, which we can do during pushback and all that, but I'm gonna do it right now. We'll just start off with 12,000, that's fine. And we'll start with like 215 knot climb at first, and then we'll raise it up to 250 when we're ready. We do need the altimeter. Altimeter is 29. Wow, 29 or 59. What a number. Yeah, the new rain effect is freaking awesome. We ready? Okay. Now we're ready. Let's go ahead and get pushed back up here so we can get out of here. Because SimBuddy's telling me that I'm late. I need to hurry up and get the heck out of here. I forget that I can just do it from the iPad. I'm so used to clicking on the thing. Better pushback. Request pushback. What's up, Velix? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully it works. They should. I assume that they're going to disconnect the chocks for us. Alright, set our altitude for our cabin pressure at 30. Actually, yeah, flight altitude is going to be 34,000. 35,000. The airport elevation of Boise is. Sometimes it tells you on this chart. $2,858. So I'm not going to be exact. 2,800. Oh, 50. That works. Had it on auto.
Okay. All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Dun, dun, dun. What are we missing, Hugo? Hi, man. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. Also, so you know, you can turn the hydraulics on from the start, although this is not required. The co-pilot would then, in real life, do a walk around and check if there's aren't leaking fluid. All right, good to know. So hydraulics on. Oh, that's not the hydraulics. That's fuel. Here's the hydraulics. This is why I like streaming this stuff, because you guys always come in here knowing more than I do and teaching me stuff. So that's pretty cool. Now let's switch this back to map, and I'm gonna switch the co-pilots.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Yeah, I think we're ready. Seatbelt signs are on. Beacon lights can come on now, which is our anti-collisions. And we'll release the parking brake, which is down here. There's the jetway moving back.
And you may start engines.
Today is a special day. Today is Starly's birthday. Make sure you guys say happy birthday to Starley. He's been such a huge, he's made a pretty huge impact on our channel. He always helps me out with my flight plans when I fly on Infinite Flight. So thank you for that. He's our official flight director is what I call him. Alright, we're pushing back. Beacon lights are on. Packs are off. Hydraulics are on. APU is running. Now we can go ahead and start the engines. I'm turning fuel pumps on. We don't have any fuel in the center pumps, so I won't turn those on. Yaw damper I think should have been on already. I'm not really sure. But I'm not really sure the order of some of these things. I just know that they need to be on at some point. And after that, we are good to go. So let's start the engine. Wait. What's up top? We'll go here, hit the ground. Make sure that my stuff is in the right place. We'll be watching for the N2 to rise. There's 21. Introducing fuel. We'll watch it press pulled up. Sounds great, doesn't it? I kind of like that it's kind of toned down. Like
Operation
you seriously
complete. Go ahead and
wouldn't.
set the parking brake.
Unable to
Oops,
find
wrong
Connecting
button.
tow. Stand by.
Trying to get to the view over there. Okay, there it is. Man, it's pouring down. It's gonna be a fun departure. All right, let's go ahead for engine. Let's set it to both. Engine number 1. It's 20%. Introducing fuel. Alright, let's make sure our why is this so low? Let's move this. Switching to transmit and receive.
Tow is
We're on
disconnected and
Unicom.
bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
Should be to go ahead and turn on, I think, the generator. There we go. Generator 1, generator 2, and generator 1. And we can shut the APU off now. As well as turn the probe heat on. And packs on. Alright, good start. Let's do one more look through here. So this is the yaw damper is on. Fuel pumps are on. Standby power is set. Bus transfer is set. APU is off. Generators are on. I'll turn the runway turn off. And taxi lights on. Seatbelt signs are on. Anti-ice. Do we need that right now? Not really sure. Set TARA when about to hit the runway, otherwise everyone would see you on the ground. Thank you for that. Alright, we're ready. Flaps. Actually, we're not ready. Flaps 5. Do I have a... I don't have a view. There it is. If we go outside, we'll see how much rain it's kicking up. And let's do one more thing. Actually, let's go ahead and start rolling because we got to go. Where are we at right now? SFO. We're here. We need to taxi Alpha. We can take Alpha all the way around, or we can switch to Bravo and take Mike 1. So release park and brake, and we'll do everything else while we're rolling. Nice, everything's working. Wildcat says, I'm learning too. That's good. I'm glad we're all learning something today. Flight director. This thing gets going quick. I was not gonna taxi that fast. Those winglets are sexy though, ain't they? Beautiful day in San Francisco. Let's have some rainy day fun. Alright, so what am I missing? So there's some things that I said I did want to do. I didn't want to wait any longer on the. Hey, don't be freezing my game. Sorry. SimBuddy's upset because I go away. Okay, I understand. Yes, close, please. Thank you. Alright, so SimBuddy's upset because the website, the client, because it gives you, once you log the or file the flight to do the flight, it gives you like 2 hours, 2 hours and a half, 3 hours to do the flight. And yeah, so 3 hours ago I set this flight up. So I've been getting ready to do this for a while, and it just hit the point right now where it has been too long, and it is now not going to log this flight with SimBuddy, but that's okay because I'm logging it with like 3 other things. So I just won't do this flight for SimBuddy. That's okay. We'll be doing it for fun. So that's what that noise was. It was SimBuddy popping up on my screen, not allowing me to continue. Anyways, other than that, what else was I missing? I think we're good on the overhead. We could turn the wing and wing wheel stuff up later. It is true. In real life, you know, people dread rain when it comes to flying, but in the simulator, you're like, yeah, it's raining. You really enjoy flying in the rain in the simulator. I would be the same way. I would probably not. I would not look forward to doing flights in the rain in real life. Not at all. So we're almost there. We're just a couple intersections away from the runway entrance. Flaps are down. This is when you need a checklist to go through. Looks like my taxi skills have improved. I'm working on it. I really am. I never really in the past, taxiing was never something that I was concerned about, because usually before I was streaming, I was the only one who ever saw me taxi. But now that people, you know, watch me taxi, I probably should figure out how to do it right, or not figure out how to do it, but more. It's really just more of paying more attention to things, because really the lack of taxiing and being bad at taxiing doesn't really come from it being hard to taxi. Taxiing is not hard. It's just the lack of paying attention to the lines and the plane and all that kind of stuff. I'm talking, I'm looking at this and that. So I hit the parking brake right there. How do you get the airline in the gate? That's built into the this scenery, San Francisco scenery, which is free, by the way. Everything I'm using today is free. Oh, the plane and the airport. Everything else is not. Like the rain, not the rain. The weather thing I'm using is not free, but the plane and the airports I'm using is free. All right, auto throttle arm. Let's go through this and see. I'm not using a checklist, so I'm just gonna kind of wing it. As he said, this is when you would set the transponder to TARA. I just did it because I always forget. I did it early. Our radios are set to 122.8. That's our Unicom here on VATSIM. And the flight deck door is locked. Flight plan is good. Just make sure we don't forget about that vector portion. IAS for takeoff me 215. Altitude of initials me 12,000. Yes, thank you for the freaking reminder. I completely forgot. Yes, RTO for the auto brakes. What else did you say? And what else? On the Airbus, you would also set the brake fan and stuff too, but that doesn't. We don't have that over here. Let's turn these lights on. I like how the co-pilot has different like settings for the lights than the pilot, because you know they probably disagree all the time. I wonder how often like actual co-pilot and pilots in real, you know, two crew planes like disagree with each other. I would hate that. Like I feel like if you and your work buddy or whatever don't agree, that's just horrible. All right, let's get ready to go. All right, landing lights on, wing lights, wing well, and man, I forgot to do this. I'm gonna do it. I know it's late, but I want to do it just because I want to hear it.
flight.
The cockpit, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your captain today. On behalf of the entire flight crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard. In just a few more minutes, we'll have all the doors closed and ready to begin our pushback and taxi out for an on-time departure. During our taxi out, our flight attendants will be showing an important safety video demonstration of the equipment on board the aircraft. I'd like to thank you in advance for your attention to that video. For those of you that are interested in listening into the communications between us and air traffic control, United Airlines is the only major airline that will allow you to do that. You'll be able to tune into Channel 9 of our audio entertainment system, and we'll have Channel 9 available for you once we get to taxi. So we'll be doing everything we can to make this a safe and comfortable flight for you. Thanks and welcome aboard.
Nice. So it's cool too is that you only hear the cabin sound from the cabin. Like you don't hear it up front because he's the one talking. But anyways, all right. That said, that wasn't in order. I just did that because I love how it sounds, and we actually missed our opportunity to do that when we pushed back. I completely forgot about it. Everything else looks like it's pretty good. We're good to go. We got all of our lights on. We're gonna switch our position strobe lights from steady to position and strobe, which is the up position. Yeah, that's up. So now we should see the strobes flashing on the outside. And we're ready to go. Runway is clear. If you turn the wing lights on and then off, the cabin will secure. Oh, cool. Didn't know that, Hugo. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. All right, release park and brake. Let's roll. Turn up the. Oh yeah, good idea. I'm gonna turn the volume up on takeoff so you guys can have eargasms. I'm gonna shut up. Look at that wing sock though. Should I turn the windshield wipers on? And something I was gonna do. I forgot. I completely forgot what I was gonna do. Oh well. It must not be that important. Oh, nav. I'm gonna hit L nav. There we go. Now we know where the heck we're going. Alright, here we go. LDU lower display unit off. Oh my god, that cross went
80 knots.
I am like 80%
V1 rotate.
left rudder right now. Wow. Look at the yoke right now. Alright, positive rate, you're up.
400. $1,000.
Is there a reason why I don't see my flight director looks weird? Still flying it by hand at the moment. Alright, let me look at that in a second, Hugo, when I'm once we hit autopilot on. Alright, we'll change our speed. fly direct to Orca. Look at this rain. Alright, let's turn on autopilot. And I'm gonna go into level change mode. Oh, there it is. Where were you before? The thing I was confused about was the horizontal line on the flight director wasn't there, but the vertical line was there. Anybody know why that happened? And let's see if VNAV will work. There it is, it works. Alright, there it is, breaking through the top of the clouds. At 9,500-ish. That's when we made it above. Turn the wipers off. The autopilot's on right now. And there's 10,000. Land lights off. Logo lights off. Wing well. Wing off. We'll leave that on. Leave that on. What else am I need?
1,000 to go.
And we'll continue our climb up to our cruise of 35,000 feet.
Please remain seated. When the captain turns the sign off, you'll be able to move about the cabin. When you are in your seat, please keep your seatbelt fastened in the event of unexpected turbulence. Please be careful when opening the overhead compartment. We ask that you use the lavatories located in your cabin, and please don't stand near the lavatories in the galleys. You may now use all approved personal electronic devices. For everyone's safety, please make sure your personal belongings are clear of the aisle. We're pleased to offer personal device entertainment on our United Private Screenings option, sponsored by the United Plus Explorer card, on-demand movies, and the seat back in front of you. If you need to have a headset, we'll be happy to provide one once the captain lets the flight crew get up from our jump seat. After you connect to the United Wi-Fi network, go to unitedwifi.com. You can access united.com and the United app free of charge, where you can check flight status and more. To use other apps and websites, you can purchase an internet access plan. We will be serving a variety of complimentary drinks, wines, craft beer, and other alcoholic beverages for purchase. In United Economy, a variety of snack boxes and refreshments are available to purchase, as well as freshly prepared meals from our bistro on-board menu. You can find more details about the menu in the back of Hemispheres magazine or the seatback guide. We accept most major debit and credit cards, including those with a Visa, MasterCard. Let us know if there's anything we can do to make your flight more comfortable.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This plane keeps getting better and better. Like I said, I really haven't been away from Zibo that long. Like, I had whatever version was before this one, which I don't know how long ago that was. Maybe a week. Maybe I'm a week late. But that is legit the recording. Like, that is, you guys know, people who are here on my channel, like, whenever I fly, when I travel, I fly United. And so I know that is the exact, let's switch our barometric and our gear. I know that is the exact recording for United, and we just happen to be flying. Oh, that's loud. We just happen to be flying the United 737. So I'm wondering now, like, if I get an American plane, am I gonna hear the American version? Am I gonna hear the what are the versions they have? Whatever other version, like, am I gonna hear a specific cabin call outs for each of those liveries? Like, that's freaking nuts, man. Like, I mean, all the way down to the website you use for Wi-Fi, UnitedWiFi.com. I have that saved in my phone because I use it so often. The Hemisphere magazine, that's United. That's one of the magazines they use in a lot of the planes. Like, that's crazy. And I also love how like it didn't sound like they were reading. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how you guys got that freaking recording, but it didn't sound like they were reading it. Like, it sounded like they were legit boarding a plane. She kind of sounded out of breath at times, like she was busy. She sounded like, you know, she was trying to remember what to say next. Like, that's crazy. That's just nuts to me, man. Okay, cool. So they have recordings for American livery as well as they have generic ones that don't say any names. That's cool. That's just that's crazy that this is free. Like, they're like, the Flight Factor A320 don't even do that, and that's supposed to be one of the best airliners.
Escobar, this is in regards to a special meal. Would you please identify yourself to a flight attendant? Passenger Escobar, please.
I also love how the only way that I knew she was talking because I barely heard her in the background. Like, the sound, it's just, you guys are amazing. You're amazing at what you do. Whatever you make next better be freaking twice. No, okay, I'm not gonna say that. It better be paid because this plane is worth like a lot of money. Anyways, guys, we're in our climb, well into our climb. I've already set our barrel to standard. I've set the gear to off, which you guys mentioned earlier. I actually should have done that right after I put the gear up, just for a hydraulic reason, you said. He said turn off the gear position after it's retracted. When it is up, it will keep hydraulic pressure on the gear. When it's off, this will stop. So cool. So when you turn the gear to the off position, the hydraulics, I guess they stop flowing to the gear. Remember to turn the LDU off. Where is the LDU? You mentioned where that was at. We're getting a little bit of turbulence here, but where is the LDU that you just said it's on the left somewhere? LDU. ¿Dónde está LDU? Is it down here? This is not a button I don't think I've ever pressed. Oh, lower DU right here. How do I turn it off? That one? Is that the one you're talking about? I'll turn that off and anti-ice on. Thank you guys for being my co-pilots today, my flight crew. You guys are reminding me of all the things I need to be doing. Engine anti-ice and wing anti-ice are both coming on. Alright, I'm gonna turn this down a bit. What's up, Fly P3D with me? Good to see you, man. I'm gonna turn the sound down a bit because I'm gonna go to the exterior view and it's gonna be crazy loud. So I'm gonna turn it way down. I love that little wing flex. Wait, it's not the one I turned off? This one then. How do I turn it off? Oh, it just moved it down there. This one. Yeah, it was this one. This is the one we were looking at. This one? Okay, he said yes, that one. Like I'm clicking. I must be pressing the right button. It's not doing it though. Literally next to the auto brakes. So right here. Auto brakes are right here. Oh, these buttons. Oh, what is that? I have never pressed that before. Man, I am for real learning a bunch of stuff today. Like, no joke. What is that? That's cool. So you turn that one off en route? Is that what you're saying? I know, right? Imagine a Zibo 737 Max. I bet that's on their mind. Alright, dope. So that'll turn on if I have an issue with the engine, you're telling me. Like it'll automatically turn itself on when I have an issue with the engine. That's cool. Sounds good. It will illuminate when the engine fails, and that'll be great to know because it's happened to us before on a live stream when I get some engines that fail. I don't want it to happen today. I do not want to lose an engine today, but it has happened before. All right, we are en route, guys, to Boise, Idaho. If you have just joined us, weather does not look great anywhere. Why do I hear barking? Maybe that's something else. We're about 39 minutes out from our destination. There's a little bit of rain, I think, over in Boise as well. It may not be as bad as it was in San Francisco. Either way, we kind of want it to rain because it's just fun. Okay, cool. So the system one, what I will use for like the flight control check and stuff. Sounds good. Thank you so much, Hugo, for all the help today, man. You've been a huge help. All right, so we can zoom out to see the rest of our flight plan. I'm gonna do it on both screens. I'm gonna go to 160 because anything past that I don't really care about at the moment. And we're leveling off at a cruise. I can turn the seatbelt signs off or set it to auto, which I never really understood the auto seatbelt function. Like, does the plane just know when to turn them on? Like, what does that even mean? What's up, Daipesh? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Now that we are at our cruise, let me go ahead and get us a motivational quote for today. Here it is. Today's motivational quote of the day is: "The dream is free, the hustle is sold separately." I'm gonna say it again. The dream is free, the hustle is sold separately. Okay, apparently we tuned into somebody's Addons on accident. One of these radios. Truckee Tahoe weather. Which one is it? It's that one. That's happened before on VATSIM. There's a there's a frequency apparently that's 1228. Oh no, it's not that one. Maybe it's 118. It's probably 118. Let's change it. Something else random. Yeah, that's what it was. It was our VHF2 tuning into something. Thank you, Floppy3 with me for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I haven't really talked to you guys that much, so if you got questions, comments, whatnot, let me know now. Now that we are cruising in this beautiful machine with the look at that. Those contrails look a whole lot better than they once did. Okay, cool. So always leave the seatbelt signs on auto because it'll automatically turn on when you descend. Cool. We are all learning things today. Thank you again. Everything up here, I think, should be good. I don't see anything else we need to change. We can take a look at our cabin altitude. Our cabin is pressurized as it should be. Don't want that to have a problem either. Oh, that's what that sound is. I always hear that sound whenever I'm in the plane. I'm like, what does that one mean? So it's pretty cool. So when you click on this one, he's saying is after takeoff to let the crew know that they can be released. Matter of fact, I was sitting in the seats right next to the jump seat. So I was in a regular passenger seat. I was sitting right next to the jump seat, and I was like watching, not like stalking the lady, but I was like kind of watching to see how they work. And I heard the tone, and then I saw them like unstrap it. Like the pilot never like said anything. Nobody got on the phone. It was just like they just knew when to go. And I was like, how do they know? But I heard that tone. I was like, maybe that's what it is. So now I know for sure that is exactly what it is. Hold on, what did you say? When you engage autopilot after takeoff and when you exit the runway after landing. Okay, cool. Logan, yes, I do plan to do Friday night flight. That is the plan. Alright, let's do some outside view for a little bit. I love the mountains leaving San Francisco. Okay, cool. So they have different types of tone orders for the ladies, or not just the ladies, for the flight attendants. I shouldn't say that because not all flight attendants are ladies. Need some screenshots. Turn off DC power. Where is that? Where's the DC power? I know there's a bit of a lag, not lag, but a latency between when I say things and when you guys type. So I have to wait for you guys to reply to know where the heck DC power is. Do I have it on? Is it something I have on? Is it? Okay. What the heck, yo? That was so weird. I think this only happens when I stream X-Plane. Like, the Zibo mod is just so amazing that OBS was like, no, I'm jealous. I'm just gonna crash on you. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully this all will be still fit on the same video. It won't split it up into two, because that would suck. Because I'm not recording this all as one to save space. So I'm back, guys. Sorry about that little quick glitch. OBS completely crashed on me. So please let me know in the chat that you guys are able to see everything. Everything looks good. It didn't have any warning. It wasn't dropping any frames. Nothing at all. So all right, let's see. So I still can't find DC power. I don't know where that is. But on this display, I assume is what you're talking about. So are we looking for outside air temperature? Is that what we're looking for? Ground speed right now is 538, true airspeed 456, winds 211 at 83. So we got a nice tailwind right now. You said TAT, where is that? I don't see TAT. But not, maybe I don't have it. Oh, here it is. This one. Okay, so negative 17 degrees Celsius. That's not that bad. And so I don't think we're gonna have any icing issues today. I know they've did some icing thing, like some update with icing, like on the window or something like that, which I would love to freaking see. We're just not flying in that condition today. We did get the nice rain though. All right, so top of descent. Let's talk about that before we miss it. Yeah, I see that now. TAT right there. So let's go look at our amazing little P. Oh, I get this too. Level off. Let's see if it already said that.
Lay Shaman from flight deck here. Seatbelt signs off. Gives you an opportunity to move out. Do ask on your seat though that keep those seatbelts fastened for your safety and nose value. So we get closer, we'll update weather gate information. Enjoy the ride. Thank you.
Oh, I want to know how the heck these guys got these sounds. They're so authentic. What's up, Joel Pinto? Good to see you, man. Yes, sir. The plan is to stream Friday Night Flight this week. So if anybody else asks, please pass on the message. But yeah, I just love how authentic the sounds are. At least in the United livery, it is, and I'm sure American is too. So we got the level off announcement, descent, prepare for landing, turbulence warning, which we kind of have some turbulence. Let's see what the turbulence sounds like, because we are actually getting a little bit of shaking.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going through an area of turbulence. We ask passengers to please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened. Thank you.
So yeah, so now we'll turn the seatbelt signs on. So the autos fastens. Like, I'm learning this like no joke. Like, I've always wondered what is the difference between auto and on. And so now you guys have clarified for me. So when you have it on auto, it'll automatically turn the seatbelt signs on in the back when you start descending. So that's good to know. You can also press weather to show weather on the PFD. Oh, that would be cool. That would be really cool. Is it gonna show it though? Do I need to like change the radar, like the whatever? Oh, it only shows really bad weather. So I think we already, the bad weather was like in San Francisco, so it may not show it. I do have terrain. Terrain should work. I guess it's on. How do I know if, oh yeah, it says it right here that it's on. Okay, there, oh, there it is. It's painting it. It's painting the weather. That's cool. See if it showed on this side. It might not show it on the plan view. Alright, here's our top of descent too. We can see that on our PFD. So it does show like some spotty like rain and stuff like that happening. That's cool. I've really rarely used that because I didn't think it worked. A lot of planes have a weather button, but they rarely work. So I wasn't sure if it would work on this plane. So that's cool that it actually works. That's really cool. Another reason why I try not to change my distance on here too far out, because I feel like it messes things up, like it lags your system. What's up, Dylan? Good to see you, man. This has been a fun flight so far. It's been extremely educational. Wait, that's terrain? For real, that's terrain? Oh, I feel so stupid. So I can't do both at the same time. I guess that kind of makes sense. So weather, and I hit terrain, and I was showing terrain. Alright, so it's not showing any weather then. Sad day. I was wrong. I like how you can actually use the two FMCs separately. Like, that's really cool. MSC, you fly the 777 a lot? Yeah, I jump between a lot of planes. Like, I hear about a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, like what do you fly? And they're like, I fly the Zibo 737, like, so they're like amazing at it. Like, they know everything about the plane. They watch all the videos. They know everything about the plane. Some people, I guess, like you, who fly just a 777, or I mean, I know you probably fly multiple, but you mainly fly the 777. Like for me, I don't have an airliner that I fly mainly just that. There may be like segments of time where I will fly a specific plane for a week or something like that, but then I end up changing, and I always put GA in the middle of that too. Like I fly a lot of GA for FS economy, so I'm really familiar with with GA planes. What's up, Shamim? Good to see you. And Shandam, welcome to the stream as well. Captain Sign, also good to see you, man. Looking good on fuel right now. So like, I haven't flown the Zibo in a while. I've been flying a flight factor 8320, and before that I was flying a 777 for a few long hauls, and then before that I was flying something else, 757. Yeah, I flew the 757 before that, and then before that I flew, I don't remember what I flew before that. Alright, so I didn't hit the timer. Yeah, that's right here, right on the little clock. I can actually click on the clock. Matter of fact, let's create. Ooh, I didn't know I had that view. That's a cool view. Completely forgot I had that view. Set all these views up and forgot about them. Where is it? Do I have a closer? I don't know if I have a closer one. No, I don't have a closer view of that. I thought I did. I'll just do this right here. So you're saying on the clock here that I could have set the timer. That's the date. Yeah, that's right. Which one is the thingy? There it is. I always forget which one does what. Nope, nope. What's CHR? ET. UTC. Man. hold, run. I don't know what this is doing right now. I've rarely done the timer because I always forget. Like I've even tried doing the timer in the Cessna 172 for my small flights, and I always forget to click on the timer when I take off. Oops, sorry about that. What time landing is? Let's see. What is our ETE? ETE is 26 minutes. That's when we'll be landing. But we are how far? We're not that far from our top of the descent. It's like we're actually, well, I wouldn't say not that far. We're like 139 miles, maybe 140, 450, probably like 150 miles away from our top of descent. That's gonna take us maybe, I don't know. I don't have a timer for that. I don't know if there's a way, if there's a secret way, as you guys know that I don't how to time that, but I would assume like maybe I don't know, 15 minutes or so when we'll start descending. Thank you for the subscription though, appreciate that, bro. As I do an X-plane, can you do small non-commercial planes in infinite flight? Yeah, I would love to. I love GA in all of its forms, so I would love to do general aviation, private jet type stuff on infinite flight as well. It's definitely not as popular, but again, I'm not the kind of person who just goes for the most popular things, as you guys know. So I just kind of do what I feel like. Oh wow, weather just changed instantly. This is one of the few things, not few. This is one of the things that I don't like about X-plane's default weather, like clouds and stuff, is that it'll just pop in the updated weather when the weather updates. The issue is that ultra weather, which is what I'm using, does the exact same thing. SkyMax Pro, on the other hand, actually fades through the weather in a better way. So like if I was using SkyMax Pro right, oh. Did we just lose our engine? Or our autopilot cut off, actually, that's what it was. Why did my systems cut off? Okay, we need to take the plane by hand. We gotta diagnose the problem. What is the problem? Are we icing? I didn't press anything, I promise. Alright, we're descending. I gotta find out what the problem is. All of this sound like a generator shut off or something. I think we lost an engine. Hold on, guys. Seatbelt signs are on. Turn the APU on. APU's coming on. Why did I lose all of this? Let's turn it. This didn't come on. So like you said earlier, if the engine goes out, this would come off. If you notice, our engines are still up. Like our engines are working fine right now. Our autopilot cut off. Our engines are still going normal. Let's turn this thing back on. If it'll come back on, it will not come back on. Yeah, the engines are on. Autopilot will not turn back on. Auto throttle is still working. I'm pretty much trying to keep the plane level myself at the moment. It's weird, like we hit this hard like cloud and then all of a sudden everything just broke. Let's help me out. Let's see, what's the problem? What is the problem? APU is not coming on, actually. Packs turn themselves off. It says auto fail. APU is not. It says my fuel pressures are all red too, which is not good. What does that say? Cabin altitude. Uh-oh. That's not good. Alright, we gotta descend. We're descending. Is there a thing for that? I don't want to go too fast. Don't want to go too fast. Yeah, if this was real life, we'd be screwed. I'm not trained for this situation. So we're gonna descend because we're losing cabin pressure as well. Yeah, look at that. Actually, no. I'm trying to pitch down. The nose. What about the nose, Carlos? We're way too fast too. We're in the red, so we're going way too quick. I did turn. I have the spoilers out. Oh, not the gear. I mean, not the flaps. I just want the. Look for the nearest airport. That is the thing to do. Let's find out. Where's the nearest airport right now? Nearest airport. Twin Falls is not too far, but that's not too far from where we're going already anyways. Auto throttle is still engaged. I'm gonna turn auto throttle off and I'm gonna control that. Don't worry guys, we're gonna get this thing on the ground safely. What could it be? This has never happened to me before. Oh! See, in this situation, it'd be actually really helpful to have a co-pilot so that one person could be like doing the maneuver to get the plane down, and the other person could be trying to find out what the heck the problem is. Is it an engine fire, you think? But it would have said fire. Like I would know for sure that it's an engine fire if it's an engine fire. Right, suddenly the ground appears. The issue too is that we're making an emergency descent and there's a lot of terrain in the area. So I'm gonna turn terrain on because that's gonna be an issue. Alright, we're passing 22,000 feet. Our speed is getting better. We're at 320 knots, indicated we're no longer in the red zone. Oh yeah, you putting your trust in me? Oh god. I can't get these enunciators to go away. All it says right now is cabin altitude, and that is all that it's warning me. It's not warning me of anything else but cabin altitude. And all of my right side screens have shut themselves off. Autopilot refuses to work. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, we definitely don't have an engine fire because we would definitely hear that. That'd be a really loud noise. Let's see, what is the altimeter? 2965. We're still descending. We're supposed to be descending. I'm trying to like fly down and hit buttons at the same time. 2969. Is that what I said? 5. Let's turn on waypoints. Oh, airports. Airport. There it is. That's what I need. Alright, so let's get a closer look at this. Okay, we need to chill out on our descent because we are gonna crash into something. We're at 11,000 now. Trying to multitask with my eyes. That's not very easy. Closest airport is KREQ. It's right here at Princess. So we can try landing there. And see, because I don't really know if the issue is terminal. The engines are fine. Alright, pull up. We're way fast. We're gonna stay here right here at 10,000, so it's gonna level off. I'll try to trim the plane, but we need to get slower as well. Thankfully, we haven't seen any mountains yet. Plate next to master caution shows what failed. Yeah, right here. Oh, yeah, it does. Here he goes. It says IRS and electrical system. Thank you for whoever just said that. IRS and electrical system. Oh, here's DC. So I don't know what to do about that, honestly. I don't know how to fix that. Electrical. Oh, look. Oh, never mind. Alright, autopilot's not working. Captain Blue, what's going on? We're making an emergency descent. We're down. We're actually still too fast. I have the spoilers out. We're at 8,000 now. We had a really weird issue where all of our screens on the right side, all of our co-pilot screens, just shut off, and our autopilot stopped working. Okay, so electrical failed, which caused the IRS to fail. If you look out the window, you can see we're not very far from some mountains. That's not good. Alright, let's add some speed back. The good thing is auto throttle's working. Looks like we're safe right around, I think those mountains are probably somewhere around 6,500 to 7,000 feet. So we're going to maintain 10,000, maybe 9,000 feet. I'm going to turn auto throttle back on because that is working. And I'm going to go 240. Oh, chill out. Oh. Well, one of the sounds just stopped. That's the cabin altitude sign just went away. Alright, so we fixed that issue. Where are we? We're somewhere in Idaho, I think. Electrical problems, go land. That's terminal. Is that something that is that emergency landing worth, or is that something we can continue to our destination with? These are the things that I don't know. What else can the electrical system fail? I mean, electric is pretty freaking important. How is my plane still going? If oh shoot, sorry, I'm looking at other things. It's really hard to maintain 10,000 feet when I'm looking at my altitude over here. Let's see if I can trim it. Let's trim it. Alright. We will land. Emergency landing at Kedzior, I think is what this says. It says good luck. So let's get that ready. I think the hardest part of all this is trying to look at multiple things at the same time. That has been my biggest challenge so far. Because right now, trying to fly the plane by hand because autopilot is not working. I am using my trim right now, but it's not going as much as I wanted to go. KREO is pretty close now. Let's go ahead and zoom in. What else did I lose besides autopilot? Just these screens. I haven't really seen. The IRS says that it messed up. So I need to look over here. How about we do this? I'm gonna manipulate this. We're gonna look over here so that I can maintain. I can keep watch of that and also look for the charts for this airport we're flying to. So I've never been here before, and this was not our alternate. So KREO, I think is the name of it. That is Rome State Elevation. Whoa, 4,000. All right, that's important. I don't know if they have charts. CTAF is on 122.9. Runway length says 5,946 feet. Is that enough? New call out mountain. Weather is 170 at 5. 23 kilometers. Overcast 10,000. It's gonna be a tough landing because it is raining. Weather is not great. Winds 1.7. We'll go for runway 21. I for some reason can't find a chart. I'm gonna open up my Navigraph and see if it really doesn't have a chart. The first officer side has some stings too. Anti-ice. That's all it says. Is that a problem? Is it icing? Our ice is on. Not sure if it's working, but it's on. Where are we? We're in, what did it say? Rome. Rome State is where we're headed to. This got exciting really quick. It's funny. I was talking earlier how I was hoping I didn't lose an engine. Well, I didn't lose an engine. We lost something else that was also important. Yeah, I think we're crossing over the Idaho border right now. Just don't have time to look at things that are not that important. It doesn't really matter where we are. What's important is finding an airport to land at ASAP. So we're gonna land here. Looks like there may be. I think the mountains are gonna end. As we can see on the terrain, the mountains end right after Princess. So if I can just maintain this altitude until we get there, we should be just fine. At least we get content. That's funny. I gotta say, I mean, it's good that it happened naturally. I didn't force it. Alright, let's turn the speed brakes off. And start turning to the left. It should be a Patreon exclusive. Icing will make you overweight and lose altitude, and engines will get messed up and die. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to hit that button. That is true, my friend.
Unable to find new ID.
I don't think the wings ice though, like not that quick. Alright, let's go look for this unknown airport, guys. I wonder if we're gonna be able to actually see it. That's my biggest concern at the moment. Man, what's KREO? Huh. I'm gonna have to look up Sky Vector. I don't. It's a small airport. It is a small airport. So I am not sure that it has a long enough runway for this plane. How? Does anybody know, or can anybody Google? Because I'm kind of busy at the moment. How long of a runway I am going to need? How much fuel do we have right now? We have 4.3. Actually, our takeoff weight is 51.3. Our current fuel is 4.3 kilograms. It says the runway is about 5,700 feet long. Is that enough for us? The airport's gonna be off our left somewhere. It says that the clouds are down about 10,000 feet for weather. I'm also looking up the information on SkyVector for the airport. I got the CTAF. It didn't show me, like, Navigrav doesn't have a chart for it. That's how small of an airport this is. It's probably a small private airstrip. Let's slow down so that we can slow way down. So we're going to be making a visual approach for an airport that has no information. Thank you for the good lucks. Probably in most cases, I have a feeling that you wouldn't land a 737 at this airport. But yeah. And we'll turn our landing lights on if they work. Everything's coming on. Craig says 2,200 wet conditions for 737, 727. Cool, so that's plenty of runway for us. That's basically what you're saying. Mad auto brake, max auto brake. Oh yeah. Visibility is not great. Let's see if we can get down below these clouds. We're gonna have to get down around 10,000 feet, which is where we should have been already. That's why we're getting that horn. One of the horns. One of the horns is for our electrics. The other horn is for the cabin altitude. And I'm texting. Let's also get our speed down. Wait, did you notice that why are my side windows darker? What's up with that? Put it down hard and brake as hard as you can. Oh man, if I was on this plane, I would be freaking scared out of my mind right now. Like, if I was a passenger, I'd be freaking out. Alright, we're about 10 miles from the potential airport. Technically, don't really have a choice. This is where we're landing at. If we can get visual, I hope it has a beacon light. I'll move my laptop so I don't have to keep looking over here. Alright, so surveyed elevation 4,000 feet, so that means we are 5,000 feet above the airfield's elevation at the moment. Status is operational. There is no tower. Says there's a windsock and it is not lighted, so that's helpful. It's under Salt Lake City's control. The dimensions of the runway surface for runway 0321. Ooh, we gotta pull up here. Is 6,000 by 150 feet. I'm gonna try to overfly the airport here. I think I see it. I think that might be it right there. We're still fast. Yeah, that's it. I see it, guys. I have visual. That is where we're gonna be saved at. Is that enough runway? I believe so. That looks good to me. We'll land 2-1. That'll probably be this way. Alright, that's it. So we're gonna descend down to pattern altitude in 737. We're still a bit fast. Actually, a lot fast. So I gotta get some speed down as well. Oh, this is gonna be sketch, guys. Seatbelts on, people. Brace for a pretty rough landing here. Let's hope the gear works. That's hydraulics though, so that shouldn't. It didn't say our hydraulics were bad. I mean, I'm still able to steer the plane. If the hydraulics had went bad, I wouldn't be able to steer the plane. So that's a good sign. There's a lot of other things that could have gone wrong. A lot worse things that could have gone wrong. I'm really, after this flight, this has made me really interested in knowing what really went wrong here. So I'm going to be researching. I'm going to see if we can go flaps 1. I'm going to be researching exactly what went wrong, what could go wrong with the electric system going out like that. Alright, we're going down to flaps 1. I still have the spoilers out, trying to get some speed down. I'm pitching the nose up a bit to also lose some speed. We know that the airport is at our 6 o'clock. I don't want to get too far, but we also are in the 737. So let's get our speed all the way down to like 160. And I'm going to go flaps 2. We're going to start banking to the right. We're going to make right traffic runway 21. Alright, let's kill the spoilers. Alright, there's 160. Alright, we gotta kind of find the airport again. I kind of lost it. There it is. What's up, Mike? Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. You came here at a very hectic time. Alright, so elevation is 4,000 something. We're at 6,000, which is 2,000 feet above. Let's lose some altitude here. Another set of flaps. Making a wide turn. Yeah, I'm expecting 140 on landing. I just want to kind of get a little. I'm gonna do it. We'll go to 150 for now. I actually lost visual. Is my heart beating fast? Let's see. I can't tell. I don't think so. I think it was beating really quick when everything just shut off earlier. We might have to make a second pass because I don't have a visual of the airport right now. I'm not gonna fix failures. We're going with this, guys. that defeats the whole purpose. I'm gonna go. Should I put the gear down now? I'm looking for the airport. Searching. The airport is at our 2. There it is. I think I see it. Yep, I see it. What runway? Yeah, I see it. Alright, we're a little too close. Alright, we're 1,000 above. So there's some things working still. We'll go gear down. That's the airport right over there. I'm gonna turn left to go a little bit wider. We don't need to. I'm gonna go flaps down some more. Oh wow, I think it's right there. Yeah, I'm making a steep turn here. Hold on to your seats, guys. We're going in now. It's now or never. I'm gonna shut off auto throttle. We're gonna control it in ourselves. And flight director. Bank angle. I know, this is an emergency situation. Desperate times, man. Desperate times. So this road will lead us to the runway. That sound is so annoying. Oh, this is gonna be sketchy, guys. This is gonna be really sketchy. This would be okay if I was in a PC-12, but I'm not.
500. 400. 300.
Alright, we're landing into the wind. That's perfect.
100.
Is it dirt? It's
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
idle. And we're down. Reverse is green. And plenty of runway left, guys. We made it. Let me get a hand clap from somebody. Woo. Oh my god. Oh, you can't believe this is how this flight ended. That is crazy. Welcome to Rome. Rome State. I think it's in Idaho. Oh man, don't jump up out your seats too quick. Alright, set the parking brake.
Aircraft, and be careful when opening the overhead compartment. You're now free to use your mobile phones and small lightweight devices.
Jesus.
Thank you for flying with us today. We hope you've had a pleasant experience, and we look forward to welcoming you again on another flight.
Everybody's safe, guys. This will be on the news. This will definitely be on the news, but everybody's safe. Nobody died, no casualties. I'm not gonna lose my job. Alright, let's get rid of this freaking sound. I'm just gonna shut everything off because I don't know what the problem is. I'm just gonna turn the battery off because that's like the easiest way. No, I'm gonna shut the engines off. Down, down. There we are. If you guys noticed, all the light like in the cockpit is gone. Like the overhead lights are not working. They were on when we took off. Jesus. Go ahead and file that. Let's see what my feet per minute was. Well, I think we floated it, but I'm okay with floating in this case. I'm just really happy that we had both good engines. Thank you for flying with us. Our engines are both shut off. APU never came on. Let's see if the APU will work. So I don't think it will. I just want to test it to see if the APU will actually turn on. Thank you, Jamal. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here with me. Oh, is it? I think it's turning on. I'm still holding it too. It says low pressure, but APU is not spooling up. Still nada. All right. Well, no APU. Alright, so let's see. Project Fly says we landed at -175. That's what I'm talking about for emergency landing. Man, I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. I was definitely nervous because this was not how I planned our flight to go today. It was supposed to be some rainy day fun, not emergency landings. But hey, we made it. Let's take a look at that replay, shall we? Shut up. Tired of that sound. Alright. Been listening to that sound for the last. Look at this sketchy as heck runway we landed on. There's no 3D scenery here. Just like this sketchy, like stone-ish gravel runway we landed on. Alright, let's take a look at that replay. Let's go ahead and log out of Squawk Box or VATSIM. And we'll see how it really looked, because we banked in. Like, I flew that thing like it was a Cessna 172 for a little bit. That's what I felt like I was doing, because usually I don't do short approaches like that. Let's take a look at that. So this is in Oregon. This is part of the Oregon Department of Aviation is where we are. Rome State Airport. Let me look that up on Google Map. High quality gravel from 1943. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this airport's from 1943, so I guess you looked it up. Let us first watch from the panicking, or should I say panic, the panicking passenger. I want to see it from the panicking passenger view. I'm surprised we didn't hear any screams during that landing. Let's do one of these. Do this one. Sorry, the wife called. That wasn't bad at all. That landing right there was not bad at all. Let's do another, let's do, no, not that view. Let's do this one. Oops. That's your seat, Ethan. Oh, freaking dog. The gravel runways in Canadian and Alaska uses 737-200s with a special nose gear deflector and engine kits for blasting the gravel away from the front intakes. Huh, that's cool. That's good to know. This is my favorite part of the approach. This really steep turn. Me too. I want to know. Does anybody know how to look up on X-Plane like what the main failure was? Because all it said IRS and it said electric. And you guys said that the IRS failed because of the electric system. So what caused the electric system to fail? That's what I want to know. Because only thing we saw what happened. If you guys can hear me, because I know it's loud. Let me turn it down actually. So if you weren't here when a failure happened, what happened was we were flying, everything was fine. We're cruising at 35,000 feet. We're good. Nothing shows any sign of anything. I think the last time I checked, the air temperature, outside air temperature was like negative 17 Celsius, which it sounds pretty normal for me at 35,000 feet. And we already had engine anti-ice on. We had wing anti-ice on. The weather all of a sudden changed abruptly. We hit a little bit of turbulence, and all of a sudden our electrics just went out. Like the whole right side of the cockpit just shut off. A lot of the electric systems shut off. The autopilot shut itself off. The auto throttle still worked. A lot of the systems still worked, but it was really confusing. I'm like, did I lose an engine? No, the engines were still working perfectly fine. So like, what the heck happened? A little bit of a float right there, but I'm okay. I'm completely fine with that float. with what happened, I'm completely fine with that float. I'm happy to get on the ground safely. We didn't bust any wheels, no tires blew up. We had plenty of runway left after we landed. We could have landed on an even shorter runway. Now let's take a look at the Tells No Lies outside spotter view. We successfully found the nearest airport visually and on the PFD. We'll go from over here. Thank you, Sean. And this is our X-Plane default scenery area too. So none of this is my ortho. We didn't even make it to my ortho scenery. Can you imagine? It looked a lot like landing at Mallorca or somewhere. Like the approach, the way you like swing it in like that. It looked a lot like one of those challenging approaches at those other airports. That was eventful. That was in no way how I expected this flight to end. But I'm glad we got all of our, what, 200 and something souls on board home safely. Toncontin with no mountains. Look at these horrible trees. It's a little aggressive on the flare. That's why we floated for so long. But we got her down safely and softly. I love how uneven the surface is. You can kind of see the gear kind of like bouncing up and down after we were already on the ground from the uneven surface. It's like the runway is not really sloped. I'm gonna do it in slow motion. The runway is not really sloped at all. It's just has a few like bumps and stuff because it is a gravel runway. The last time that I streamed and we had an emergency landing was back when we were flying the 777, and we took off and immediately had an engine go out. I can't remember if it was our left or our right engine. So after that, I think, did we turn around and land at the same airport? Because I think we did. I think we turned around and came back and landed at that airport. I think that was out of Chicago. Beautiful landing though, yeah. There's a reversers. Man, I love this plane. This plane's amazing. I want to say thank you to everybody who's was all you guys who pretty much took up the role of my co-pilot today, of my first officer. That was amazing how you guys came in and it showed me so much information on this plane. I learned so much in this short flight that went, you know, it was cut short, but I learned so much in the departure stage of the flight and the takeoff and the cruise of you guys showing me a lot of the systems that I didn't know about. That was pretty cool. I really like that. Let's we'll do another view. We'll do the left side. Yeah. So thank you so much for that. What's up, Mystic Wolfless? Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. We're probably about to wrap it up here, guys. But like I said, thank you so much for that. That's one of the reasons one of the things I like most about streaming anything really is that, you know, a lot of times people come in who have more knowledge than the person streaming and they can kind of share some tips, whether they're real life pilots or just know more about it in general. They always come in and very helpful. I love the aviation community. But it's true. A lot of other things could have went wrong. I think there may be. Hey, can you stop? my dog over here is scratching himself. But there's a lot of more things probably could have went wrong. In real life, I don't know what else could have been caused. I want to look that up seriously. What may have caused the electrical issue? What else did it affect? You know, because when it first happened, I was like in shock. I was like, oh. What did I do? I thought I hit a button on accident, but I didn't press anything. What's up, Marquise? Good to see you, man. So I was trying to figure out what the problem was, and then as soon as I saw that we were losing cabin pressure, I was like, okay, that means I know what to do in that case. I got to descend, make an emergency descent down below 10,000 feet. So we did that. At the same time, trying to diagnose the rest of the problems, figured out that we did not have an engine fire. We figured out why we didn't have an engine fire. We figured out what was not working, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot more stuff wrong with the plane we just didn't find. So, but cool. And yes, and the good note too is I got some pretty cool content. And I promise I didn't set this up. I promise, like, if I ever do a failure, I always like tell you guys, like, on purpose, like, hey, this is gonna happen. But there's probably been maybe 2 or 3, maybe even 4 streams now that we've had failures in flight for different really random reasons. Some of them my fault, some of them not my fault. I think all but one time we got everybody home safely. I remember, I don't know if any of you guys go enough far back in my stream archive, but there's one video where we were flying with Zibo 737 and everyone died. I wish we were flying in the more recent version, because we would have crashed and burned literally. But anyways, guys, you're amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Come on in the chat, let me know where you're watching from, and I'll give you guys some shout outs as we watch the replay one more time. I'm gonna turn some music on and let you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Tomorrow I am I'm gonna go back a bit farther back. Tomorrow I'm planning, if things go correctly. I've had issues with streaming this game in the past, but tomorrow I plan on streaming iRacing. So if you're not into racing, then that's fine. I'll see you Friday for Friday Night Flight. But tomorrow I'll be racing in the full Daytona 500. That is 500 freaking miles. Long as heck, but I'm looking forward to it. I love doing that race. I love racing. I'm a big racing fan, so I'll be doing that, racing that on iRacing if it works. And tomorrow, if not, I'll stream something else if it doesn't work out. But that's what my plan is. That'll be a different time. It'll be later on in the day. Actually, probably starting 2 hours from now tomorrow. Yeah, 2 hours from now tomorrow, whatever time that is when I plan on streaming that. So I might try to fit in another stream earlier on Thursday. We'll see what happens, but. Who we got in here? Let's see. Let's change the view up. Let's go to a view we haven't watched yet. We'll do that one. All right, who we got in here? Welcome back to Blue Arrow Radio on 116 FM. Oh, I love doing that. Mystic Wolfless from Britain, thank you, man, for watching today. Y6 Raven, thank you as usual, bro, for the subscription and for watching and your continued support. Thank you, Hugo, for all your help today. You're amazing. I'm wondering if you're a real pilot, because you know a lot about this plane. From the Netherlands, thank you so much. And who else? We got Craig Danes. Good to see you as well. Says that something in the overhead or front switch panel might have messed up. Since the IRS autopilot, you would have to run in full avionics checkout. Yeah, we'll sit in this plane. I don't know how it's gonna get back to San Francisco or wherever the home is, but they're gonna have to tear this thing apart probably and figure out what the problem was. Man, look at that bank angle. 5 minutes, Fun Valley. What's up, man? You say you're a pilot. What do you fly? Not yet, at least. Yeah, I'm the same way, Hugo. Someday. A friend of mine was telling me how he was starting his flight training possibly next week. Got me super hyped. I'm super excited for him. I'm like, man, I need to get in. I need to get started somehow. I need to do it. I want to be a pilot so bad. But yeah, man, thank you guys so much, everybody who's watched at any point, whether you're watching the replay or you're watching it live. You guys are amazing. You know that I appreciate you. Craig Danzer, I'm a commercial A&P engineer and mechanic. Oh, that's pretty cool, bro. That's dope. Well, good luck to you, man. Thank you for stopping by. Hope I'm pretty sure you didn't learn anything from me today, but thank you for watching the content. I definitely appreciate it. And stop by another time and maybe teach us a few things. Oh, you got plenty of time. Here you go. Yeah, for sure. Start early, though. It's never too soon. But anyways, guys, you guys are amazing. Remember, you got 3 choices. Give up, give in, or give it all. You got peace, love. I just realized my camera moved. And God bless you. Peace, love, and God bless you. See you guys next time. Next video. That's butter, baby. We got home safely. Nobody had to die today. Not until I play Insurgency. Then I'm gonna bust some heads off. Peace. I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait to watch this one back. I can't wait to see my face. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch this back and see my face, my reaction. It had to be priceless. Anyways, see ya.